Hi, my name is Aya. You're watching Aya Reads, and it is TBR time again. So it's the end of February, which means it's time for my March TBR. And as always, I will be picking challenges from my TBR jar and picking books based on those challenges. There's like different types of challenges in here, and let's see what comes up. Usually I pick 5. Let's see if I'm still gonna do 5. This is the first one. I don't know if you could see that, but random book recommendations list, second page until times 15. Okay, this makes sense in my head. Okay, so basically it is from the second page on until like 15 times recommended. I'll just show you. I think that's gonna be easier. Okay, so this is the first page, but this is the second page. So it starts from like 101 times recommended, and then it goes all the way to 15 times. Okay, so the thing is, I think I wanted to do like randomly. So that means it's gonna be like a random number generator, I think. So let's just do based on amount of recommendations. So 15 through 101, okay. Hey Siri, pick a random number between 15 and 101. Okay, 56. And let's go to 56. Preferably it's gonna be a book I own. So let's see. Entreat Me by, ooh, that is one I'm very excited to read. Or Transcendence by Shay Savage. The Dead Romantics. Oh, all of them look so good. All of them sound so good. I am actually interested in all 4 of these. Entreat Me, Transcendence, The Dead Romantics, and Full Tilt. Out of all 4 of them, The Dead Romantics is actually on my 2024 TBR. I believe it was a 5-star prediction. But Entreat Me is one I'm very excited about too. Ooh. And that fits with my goal of reading fantasy romance. I'm gonna go for Entreat Me. Yep, I'm gonna read Entreat Me by Grace Raven. So Entreat Me is actually a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I love Beauty and the Beast retellings. They are like my catnip. I eat that shit up. This is basically about this woman whose sister, I believe her sister has like the traditional Beauty and the Beast story. She falls in love with this man and she wants to go to his castle, but her older sister, who used to be married in the past, doesn't want her unwed sister to go with him alone. So she decides to go with, and then she falls in love with the father, who was cursed by his ex-wife to become monstrous. And I've just been hearing so many good things about it, and I've only read one Grace Raven in the past, and I think I was just right book, wrong time, I think. So I've just been meaning to read more Grace Raven, and I really just wanna, I'm very much in the mood for fantasy romances, so this is exactly that. Okay, let's pick the next challenge. This one. Continue a book series started in 2024. Okay, so that is good because I think I started 11 series in 2024. Okay, I'm just gonna do Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. So I read Divine Rivals and I really enjoyed it, and it's only a duology, so this will also finish a series for me. So we're gonna do Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This one. Book published in 2024. That is good because I have a lot of new releases that I really want to get to in March. 2 that are definitely a priority are A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. I actually have a beautiful one with sprayed edges. So this is a new romantasy by Danielle L. Jensen. I have read The Bridge Kingdom by her and I really, really enjoyed it. And I believe this is a Norse-inspired fantasy romance. It's about a girl who's secretly a shield maiden. She has a drop of the goddess's blood in her veins. Listen, the only reason I am interested in this book is because of the author, so very excited about this one. And then the other 2024 release that I really want to read is Bride. If I wasn't in a reading slump in February, I would have already read this one, so very excited to read this one. This is a werewolf vampire romance, and for those of you who don't know, werewolves are my favorite paranormal creature. I just love reading about werewolves, and I have enjoyed 2 of Ali Hazelwood's books in the past. So when she was writing a paranormal romance, I was so excited, so I definitely really want to read this one. Okay, moving on. This one. Read a Lee Bardugo. Okay, this TBR jar is just giving me everything I could ever want, because I really, really want to read Rule of Wolves in March. See, my bookmark is in there and everything. I'm all ready for this book. So this is the sequel to King of Scars, which is like the spin-off from the mainly Shadow and Bone trilogy, but also the Six of Crows duology, and you follow Nikolai, Zoya, and Nina. And I really want to finish this before I forget what happened in King of Scars. And yeah, this is by Lee Bardugo, so very excited about this book. Okay, and then the last one. Maybe I'll do another, I don't know, we'll see. Read a contemporary romance. So I have a couple contemporary romances that I really want to read. This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This is not out yet, so it's actually another 2024 release. So this is the sequel to Before I Let Go, and I'm still debating whether or not I want to read Before I Let Go before I read This Could Be Us, but I'm pretty sure, like usually with contemporary romance, you can read the sequel without having read the first one. I have only listened to one Kennedy Ryan, but I really want to read a full-length novel by her, and since this one comes out in March, like right now is like the perfect time to read it. It comes out on March 5th. So this is about a woman who's also a mom, and then her husband, I think, betrays her, and she's very busy. She has a lot going on in her life, and then this forbidden man shows up. Listen, I don't need to know anything about her books because I've just been hearing so many good things about Kennedy Ryan, and the audiobook, even though it was an audiobook and a novella, I know that's not where she shines, but I really enjoyed that book. So I cannot imagine what a full-length novel by her will be like, and I'm just very excited about this one. Already it has a 4.6 rating, so that's very high. Like about 1,500 people have rated it. And you know what? Since this TBR was so kind to me, let's pick another prompt, the 6th one. Okay, this one, oops. This one. Read a romantic suspense. Ooh. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's also do like a random thing here. Although, should I just read a Catherine Cowles? Her books are romantic suspense, right? Let me see. Okay, you know what? No, I already know. I'm gonna start the Edens series by Devney Perry, if I can still get that book, because I believe it's been recently picked up by a traditional publisher. But this is very high up on my recommendations list. Let me see how many times it has been recommended. Yeah, 139 times. So it's eking close to the 150 times recommended. And this is romantic suspense. So we're gonna read Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. And I really have no idea what this is about. So this is about Winslow, and she's the new town sheriff, and her father is the mayor, and everybody thinks that she got this position because of him. And apparently her grandfather also told her that if she wants the town to accept her, she needs to get good with the Edens, who are the town's founding family. But she's had a one-night stand with the oldest son. Apparently he's insufferable and arrogant. But then a woman is found dead on Eden property, and the two of them have to like kind of solve it. So that's why the romantic suspense comes in. And I've been hearing amazing things about this series. I think a couple books that are later in the series are the ones that I'm the most intrigued by. It's not necessarily Indigo Ridge. But yeah, I am very excited about this TBR. Let me actually tell you what other books I am planning on reading. So I started Keeping 13, and I really, the sun is coming out while I'm talking. Keeping 13, I really want to finish it. I couldn't finish it in February, so March is definitely going to be the month I'm going to finish it. Then I have a couple rereads I really, really need to read. The first one is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. So I started my reread of the Throne of Glass series last year, and I never got around to reading Kingdom of Ash. And Kingdom of Ash I've actually never reread, so I'm very excited to reread this one for the first time. It is very long, of course. It's almost 1,000 pages, so my plan is just to split this up throughout the month so that I can read a little bit of it a day. I love Sarah J. Maas. She's my favorite author, and I'm just very interested to see what I think of this book the second time around. And I really need to get a move on my Shadowhunters journey this year. I have not started any of the books, so I'm reading them in order of publication date, but I'm skipping the first 3 in the Mortal Instruments because that's not my favorite series, and I've already reread those 3 books because and every time I plan to continue on and I never did, and I want to avoid that mistake this year. So I'm just starting with Clockwork Angel. So this is a reread for me. I love this series. I love this trilogy in particular. So this is just my incentive to read this so that it prompts me. I cannot read Clockwork Prince, which is one of my favorites in this series, without actually first reading City of Fallen Angels. So that is how I'm going to get motivated to finish the Mortal Instruments finally. And then there are a couple other new releases that I'm very excited about. The first one is The Witch Queen of Halloween by Kresley Cole. So this is the latest installment in the Immortals After Dark series, which is one of my favorite series. So very excited about this one. This one was supposed to come out last year. It was supposed to come out around the time of Halloween. So that's why it's called The Witch Queen of Halloween. And then The Homewrecker by Sarah Kate. So I've never read the first book, even though that cover is absolutely gorgeous. Once again, just like with This Could Be Us, I was planning on reading the first one, what was that book called? The Anti-Hero. But once again, I never did. So I'm just going to start with The Homewrecker. And this is an MMF, and I'm so excited about this one. Sarah Kate has been teasing this book for a while now, and it just sounds so good to me. And this series follows brothers whose father is like this person that's high up in the church, but he's a hypocrite and does like pretty much everything that he says that other people can't. So it's about them and their like sexual awakenings. And I'm very excited about Hills of Shivers and Shadows. This is the first book in Pam Godwin's new trilogy, and this is a reverse harem. And I've only read one book by Pam Godwin. I really love Tea of Ruin by her, so I was planning on reading like for sure her new releases, so that's why this one is on my list as well. I don't know if I can get to all of these books, but I am gonna make a concerted effort. So yes, these are the physical books that are on my TBR. And then of course I have a lot of ebooks or books that have not come out yet. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments below if you've read any of the books that I'm gonna be reading in March. And I would really love to know what are the books that you're planning on reading in March. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know by leaving a like if you did. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.